Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we are going to be sending our level 2 party back out. We're going to the Weald for a long mission, and we're going to take Dubose, Quitwell Ahead, Cornelius, and Ventrapont. Now, as you can see, Ventrapont's stress is a little bit out of control here, but I kind of have a plan. Bear with me, it's going to sound stupid at first, but by the end, it will sound of average intelligence. So, we have here our trinket loadouts. And it is, legendary bracers and focus rings all the way down the front three. And then on Ventrapont, we have the Sun Cloak and the Ancestors map. Now, we have been talking about using this a little bit, and I think it's worth a try. We're going to be proceeding in the light, as that stress cloak indicates, and between that and I think we might even be able to add a scouting skill in. We might be able to do this dungeon pretty quickly, despite it being long. Now, also, please bear with me. I know. Hold on. Our Vestal's stress is just so high. I really want to take care of it. So, let's see. Yeah, I think this is good. So we're actually going to camp twice from the outset here. And hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit about that right away. So I'm blowing a whole bunch of money, but it saves time on stress relief outside of the dungeon. Since we didn't really have time to get her stress taken care of and the disease removed, we just prioritize the disease, which is why her stress is still so bad. So, trust me, I think I know what I'm doing, I hope. But let's just give this a shot here. So, we're gonna feast, take care of a bunch of stress, and let's see. I think right now, let's just see. Turn back time. Encourage. Every rose has its thorn. And I think that is everything. So let's just quickly do what we can to, let's see, less likely to be surprised until next camp. I don't know if this will work for an ambush, but what the hell. And this is how we do it. Alright. So, now, see, our stress is in great shape. It cost us a bunch, but it's not too bad. This particular ambush shouldn't be terrible. Yeah, it actually looks like it's going to be just fine. Yeah, this push is okay. Yeah, great, we are back in order. And as long as we're able to take these two ectoplasms out, we should be fine. Oh, you cannot use torches during an ambush. That is a new change. I think it's interesting, and I think it's probably a good idea, even though it kind of sucks for us right now. Let's see. Bellow is interesting. Retribution is interesting, but I just don't want them to split, so let's just try and kill them down right now. And let's see, Heroic End, maybe worth it? Yes, definitely worth it. And now she's already gone, so we can just work her over right now. Fuck. Dazzling Light. Stun. Wonderful. And now we should be gold. No Heroic End, because we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want to have to deal with the consequences of that debuff stacking yet again. Fine. And now we camp again. And let's go ahead. I packed the 8 additional food for this exact purpose. So now stress is no longer an issue, and we can buff up here and feel very confident moving forward. So, weapons practice, instruction. Actually, let's see. This is how we do it. Goes to you. Tiger's Eye goes to you, and Instruction goes to you. And now we feel really good about this. Unfortunately, we were not able to use the we weren't able to use the skill that improved the surprise chance, but hopefully, this is nothing. This is nothing. I am not worried in the least, honestly. Let's see. Rampart is probably the best, but let's go with Retribution. That sucks, but we still get the riposte. That would be actually another interesting way to kind of nerf this if people still think it's too powerful. Hint, it's too powerful. Is if it misses, you don't get the riposte chance. I don't know if that's the best way to do it, but it's interesting. Oh my god, and even from the back row. Again, this would be another way to nerf it, would be to restrict it to the front 2 rows, or at least any row where it could actually be used. And I'm actually pretty surprised that Retribution isn't limited to the front 2, or even just the absolute front. Oh boy, we're gonna have a lot of walking ahead of us. I am really glad that we have the scouting chance here, and one of the changes made in the Fiends in Frenzy update, in the Fiends in Frenzy update, was that moving in the light gives a better scouting bonus. So hopefully those two things put together are going to make things a little bit easier on us. This is unfortunate. I'm honestly it's not great, but she can jump back another step and then we're fine. Let's see. Slice off on the marker, I think. Yikes, that damage is not really inspiring. But if we can get a stun here, wonderful. Okay, we are sitting pretty right now. So, let's see, slice off, great. At least we won't get marked, so I think that means that these two will do less damage. Retribution, and you. Alright, so this is still fine. I should have probably tried to stun the other one since this one had a higher stun resist, but I think it's okay. And if we can get them both stunned, perfect. Alright. So, let's see. Well, I guess we don't have much of a choice there. And Retribution again. Ah, damn. I was really hoping for a kill there. Tough break, I guess. 40% and 20%. I feel kind of scrubby, like juggling stun, but let's face it, you know, this is our situation now. Probably no stun, but well, there you go. But I mean, this is our situation now. We have level 2 characters, and even though they do have decently good trinkets, I mean, not just decently good, I would say top of the line gear, we still, I think we just go for a kill there. You know, we still are working with, I am amazed. We are still working with, you know, level 2s. We still have those sort of limitations that we have to work around, so honestly, this is fine. I feel good about this. Is this one of the, new Man-at-Arms trinket? It's terrible. There's no need for us to worry about it at all. Alright, let's see. Fortunately, because of all of the Vestal's dazzling light casts, we did get a bunch of light back, so that did save us a torch. So, good for us. Alright. And speaking of torches, we got another one back here. Strike that one. And keep moving forward. Yikes. Thankfully, we didn't get surprised this time. Let's see if we can shuffle this one, hopefully, to the front. No? That's fine. I'll take it. Let's see. Retribution on you. Wonderful. And now, if this thing hits us with a grape shot blast, we'll get a riposte and maybe even a kill. Let's try the stun here. We really want to minimize damage since this is a long dungeon. And this is something that I've just needed to do more. This is, yeah, just something I have been needing to do more since the losing streak, is just play a bit more conscientiously. This is something that I had talked about. Yeah, this is something that I've been talking about since the losing streak. Or, sorry, this is something I was talking about before the losing streak, was that, yeah, there is generally an objectively best course of action to take, but even if you don't know what that is, I probably should have just gone for the regular swing. Even if you don't know what that is, it's not entirely necessary to always get it exactly right. That's not the point. But as long as you are making, as long as you're making a concerted effort to quote-unquote do the right thing, generally things will work out. As long as you have a game plan and you kind of stick to it, then whether or not you actually are following the best course of action, things do tend to work out in your favor. I mean, it's just, you know, making more, it's like chess. Making more thoughtful moves removes the tendency or the possibility of making mistakes. It's really nothing any more, or yeah, anything more or less complicated than that, really. I think we might be able to get a kill here. It's, yeah, high probability. So let's see. They haven't gone yet. I hate spamming Retribution as much as I do it, because it does just seem like sort of a one-size-fits-all answer for the Man-at-Arms, but what can I say? It's a one-size-fits-all answer for the Man-at-Arms. It makes him fucking awesome. That's a little bit annoying, but not too bad. And let's stun you. Oh. Alright, well, you know what, let's throw good skills after bad with that. Again, at least we're getting some light out of the deal, and Retribution, again, seems like the right course of action. And Heroic End, I think we can get away with it, yeah. Because we have all this space to backtrack, so we should be fine. And food, well, let's see, first bandages and then food. Okay, and let's go. Alright, so there was some interesting news out of the Red Hook camp, I guess a few weeks ago now, and they said that, maybe I already talked about this, but you know, this particular mission is going so well, I don't really feel the compulsion to talk about much else at the moment. I mean, it's not exactly the most exciting narration. Everything's fine. But yeah, there was some news out of the Red Hook camp a couple weeks ago now about how the plan was for, let's see, for the Merchant, I think, no, the Houndmaster to be released in July. And I would imagine if it's anything like the Fiends in Frenzy update, scouting is awesome. Ah, shit, we do have to go all the way to the end, though. If it's anything like the Fiends in Frenzy update, it's going to be a case of, yeah, probably at the end of the month rather than the beginning or the middle. Fair enough, and I don't fault them or yeah, necessarily blame them for wanting to keep that particular, like the particulars of that release in their back pocket, probably to keep people interested in anticipating it throughout the month. But yeah, it's going to be right, my bad. Whoops. Yeah, it's going to be released here before too long, and I have to say, like, I'm really excited because I think the plan is, yeah, the Man-at-Arms is going to be coming out, and there's the Man-at-Arms. The Houndmaster is going to be coming out, and I would imagine the Merchant and the Lord class will come out sometime shortly thereafter. But yeah, on top of that, this also means that the Cove is going to be the Cove is going to be released before too long. So yeah, just a lot of exciting news. I don't know what really to expect out of the Cove. However, let me give my breakdown of what we have so far. We have the Ruins, which I think is pretty clearly the best, the easiest dungeon to run sort of regularly. How do we want to do this? I think we just swing. Yeah, I think it's by far the easiest dungeon. Now, following that, we have the Weald here, which, again, I feel is pretty easy. Really, the major complications come from running into humanoid monsters, mainly the brigands, for their ability to inflict just... Did he not do damage there? For their ability to inflict, just insane amounts of damage. Not so much anymore, since you can't crit an entire party the way you used to be able to. But yeah, that has kind of changed the dynamic to make the Weald even less menacing. But finally, I think what's worth mentioning, after the Warrens being, of course, the most difficult, is that it's worth looking at the loot rewards that you get for completing each area. For instance, I think what they're going to do is they're going to make the Cove give, I want to say, portraits and busts. I think that's right. Or maybe it's busts and deeds. I don't remember. But, oh, no. It must be portraits and deeds. I think that's right. It is the only, it's the only dungeon that does not provide busts. I think that's right. I think busts are the most common, they're the most common reward for just running a dungeon. And so, what that tells me, obviously what they're trying to do is have a spread of these heirlooms. But the fact that busts are so commonly found basically everywhere, it makes the other heirlooms sort of de facto more scarce, more valuable. So that suggests to me that the Cove is going to be, or is intended to be, harder, just basically as a matter of course, because the rewards for completing a run are just so much rarer than any other quest rewards. So I am anticipating it to be much more difficult content just out the gate. I hope that's the case. I really think that this game is at its best. That's interesting. You don't deal damage on a riposte against something that doesn't damage you. Interesting. I really do think this game is at its best when you are fighting for your life, and success is not guaranteed and is in fact highly, yeah, highly suspect. Um, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Honestly, I think that, um, yeah, I think that when the Cove comes out, it's really going to reinvigorate the community for this game. You can already tell that the Fiends and Frenzy update was big. Like it was a highly anticipated release for at least for a game of this magnitude. It's not the it's not the be all end all. It's not a huge AAA release. Well, this has taken a turn, hasn't it? Yeah, it's not a huge AAA release, but it's certainly a game that has a very, I would say a large contingent of very devoted followers. Gosh, I think we have to go after the Enchantress here. That sucks. And I count myself among that number. Oh my god. That is a tremendous disappointment. So yeah, I just have to say, yeah, looking ahead to the release of the Cove, I yeah I'm geeking out. I'm really excited for it. Time will tell if that actually does end up being the big shot in the arm that it takes to really get this game to blow up. But I hope it is, and I hope a lot of people get excited about it. Gosh, do we want to try a stun? Nah, that's okay. But yeah, I think that's going to be good. I think more classes, like more class diversity, really is going to be a big help for this game and getting a lot of people excited. I mean, one of my favorite things to do, you wouldn't know it by... Oh, I'm sorry, crests. That's the most common. I completely forgot about their existence. That's really sad. But yeah, one of my favorite things to do with this game is just sort of hypothesize about what what sort of class combinations work, which classes interact well with others, and how to sort of optimize their weaknesses, their preferred rows, and things like that. It's enormously geeky stuff, but I mean, I am nothing if not self-aware. I am an enormous geek. So, yeah, I think the Cove looks very interesting. What I will say is this. God damn, that's a lot of scouting. Okay, so we will check and see what this is, and then we'll turn around. What I will say is this. I have seen a little bit of the concept art for some of the monsters. That sucks. For some of the monsters in the Cove online. And it is a little bit Universal Monsters-y. Like, some of the... I don't know, obviously that's all subject to change, and I don't know if I was seeing quote-unquote official concept art, or if it was just stuff, from a sketchbook that they thought might possibly be what they introduce, or use as their sort of the basis for their monster design. But it looked nice. Perfect. That's great. It looked a little bit goofy. Okay, fine. We're gonna just kill fucking everything. It looked a little bit goofy because it looked a little bit Swamp Thing, or like kind of, yeah, it came from the swamp, so this Fishman vibe. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, it looks just the slightest bit silly, but that's fine. I mean, we have we have monsters that use, like, what, Graveyard Bash as one of their attacks. So, I mean, really, honestly, if we were looking for, like, truly serious, straight-faced, yeah, like, truly serious, straight-faced dungeon crawling, we're probably barking up the wrong tree here. This game has, you know, a very clear design principle. It really does it really does deliver upon a lot of its promises very well. I probably should have just gone for a stun. But yeah, I understand that there are some times where this game is just, it's straight up silly and kind of ridiculous, and that's okay too. Well, maybe rabies wasn't the best. Alright, I think we're actually going to try for a stun here. But yeah, it does look a little bit Universal Monsters. If the Cove does end up being what I think, yeah, what I think it's sort of designed to look like. That said, I think we're actually okay to just open this up. Okay, great. But yeah, we'll have to see. All in all, though, I do have to say I'm really excited, and obviously I am. I have said that like 10 times now, but it is no less true. I really need to start torching up here. And just have my head up my ass. Gosh, what do we even do? Let's try and Retribution. Oh shit. Yeah, maybe that maybe that sudden bout of rabies was a very bad thing. Stun. Okay. And let's just Dirk stab you, and hopefully we can get the kill on a riposte if we don't have a chance to swing first. Well, shit. That's a really high stun resist. I think it would be foolish not to take a swing on it. Yeah, we need to take this thing down, and we need to get her stress under control. That's insane. She was at, like, does she have any... No, she doesn't have anything that causes her to stress out like that. That's insane. Alright, fortunately that fucking thing is done with. Dazzling Light. I mean, let's just try and get the stun now. Yeah, I talk so much, I think I kind of let this dungeon get away from me, because now things are looking pretty serious. Let's see. I think we just use Retribution to try and draw this thing to attack him. But, I mean, his health is not... It's not in the best shape right now. Slice off. Okay. Let's keep it going. Hopefully we can get one more swing. Yes, one more swing before this thing has a chance to go. That was solid. That was really good. And a little bit of food, but I think we save it because we could very easily get another hunger event. So we need to just hope that we can find some food along the way. I cannot believe her stress is so bad. That's crazy. And unfortunately, the scouting didn't really help us a lot here. It stopped us from having to go through one trap, but ultimately, yeah, that was not the difference. One thing that is good, though, is we didn't have any surprise traps. We didn't have any traps that were completely unexpected. So, I mean, that is something. I think... Let's see, slice off. We have to take this thing down. We have to kill it, because, yeah, it's... Yeah, Skulltoss could actually put her over the edge, or at least close to it. And... Shit. Well, Judgment, I guess. Just try and kill the thing. Wonderful. Good, good, good. I was gonna say, how in the world did we not get stress relief there? Retribution. Not great. Fortunately, we can reach this thing with one more swing, but yeah, we still have a ways to go to actually damage this thing. Well, fuck. Now I'm starting to feel like maybe we made a mistake. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oof. This is not going well. Okay. It's going a little better. But we cannot get her de-stressed to save our lives. Well, I think we just heal. Because everybody's taking some bleed here. So we want to heal out of that as much as we can. Fucking seriously. Oh my god. Okay, heroic end, and let's pray for a crit. No. Well, I'm at a bit of a loss here. I honestly am. Yeah, we're gonna take a bunch of bleeding damage here. And yeah, we don't have any herbs with which to forge some more food, so a dungeon run that had been looking pretty promising has suddenly taken a turn. Really? Okay. Yeah, I think she needs to eat. And yeah, I had been under the impression that we were in great shape here. Fortunately, this shouldn't be too bad since we didn't get surprised or anything. Yeah. These guys aren't too bad as long as you get on top of them. Their speed is low. And yeah, I think we should be able to take these guys out. Yeah, maybe a stun would have been better to prevent it from splitting. Yeah. But I wanted her to get the heal, so I don't really regret that decision. Alright. A little bit of stress relief, and now I'm feeling like things are okay. We'll see if we actually have to do another mission. That's really good. Stress relief? No, of course not. I guess we do. We'll scout it out here. Alright. I just know that we are going to get an Eldritch Altar right here. Oh. I was really expecting it, and then I was gonna look like the world's hugest pussy if I didn't go for it. Fortunately, that's not how it went down. I consider myself very lucky. Unfortunately, we can't risk eating because we could still get a hunger event. So, gosh, there's no right answer here. I think we have to take these down so they don't split. But I really want to work on this crone too. We have the ability to get the kill, but I think we just try and stun her. I cannot believe it. At the very least, that didn't go bad, and yeah, now things are under control. Woof. No, actually, Dirk stab. This is... Oof, this is thrilling. This is really dangerous, but I'm kind of digging it. Like, could I have handled this better? I don't really feel like I made too many, like, gross mistakes. Did I? I mean, maybe. She needs some health. Alright. Well, let's keep moving. This shouldn't be too bad. We have healing. Well, I spoke too soon. Let's see. It has really high stun resist, so I think we just try and damage it. We have to kill this thing before we work on the other two. Because if we kill the other two, this thing can split, and then we have even more to worry about. Plus, this thing just has insane, insane damage. If we get critted by this, that's death's door, no question. So let's try and take this down real fast. Big slime. Yeah, this one hurts. It wasn't too bad there, but Yeah, it certainly can be. It certainly can be. And, well, alright, that's done with, and I think now we're pretty much in the clear. It would really take a lot going wrong for us to get into a dire situation now. It's not saying it can't happen, but it's not likely to. Alright, yeah, we have 3 more attacks on this thing. We should be done. Yeah, especially if riposts keep coming up. And done. Alright. So that was a bit thrilling. I'm not really pleased with where her stress is at, especially considering how much we dumped into... Oh, we're out of keys. Alright. Especially considering how much we dumped into stress relief from the start of the dungeon. Like, holy shit. Alright, well, that was exciting. And in case you guys haven't heard about how I feel about the Cove being released, I think it looks, or I'm really excited. I think it looks really good. Alright, so one thing that I will say is very good is that we're now level 3. So fortunately we can pair, yeah, we have a bigger assortment of allies to pair these guys up with, which is good. Adventure Pont is probably a see you later. So we will we'll figure out how to proceed from here, and next time, let's see, where are we gonna go? Is this another Arbalist? Oh, Man-at-Arms trinket, yeah. Focus rings are nice, but I don't know. They don't really make me humid in the britches, so nothing really jumps out. We'll figure it out next time, but until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.